porque la verdad te buscará, te perseguirá y te encontrará.
Hey, Sayers, XBC here. So welcome with another Am I the A-hole subreddit thread for this day, and also watch my new Valo. I hope you'll enjoy this one. Am I the A-hole for not letting my ex bring his girlfriend to our son's birthday vacation? Every year we take our son on vacation to visit my former in-laws for his birthday. This is the first year we're not together, but we agreed to still do the trip this year because our separation has already been hard enough on our son. My ex's girlfriend, who was our former nanny, the fuck, wants to go on the trip with us because she doesn't want him to be alone with me. How ironic. I said no because I don't want to be around her and this trip is about our son, not them. My ex told me if she came, we could get time to discuss what we're going to do about our marriage without our son around since she could watch him, but I still said no. His girlfriend is angry at me now, oh my god, good, and is trying to force him to stay home or take her regardless of what I say. Since technically it is his family we're visiting, I think my ex is annoyed at both of us even though he hasn't said anything yet. Am I the a-hole? Actually, let him be annoyed and let that nanny be jealous and overthink, to be honest. Am I the a-hole for telling my best friend her husband made a pass at me? I am a 31-year-old woman and have been best friends with my friend who is 34 since I was 15. She has been married to her husband for 5 years. I've never been his biggest fan. Something about him always seemed off to me, but I never once brought it up or told her my feelings on the matter, as I had no reason to suspect he wasn't above board. Sometimes you just don't like people. It doesn't make them a bad person, and I figured it was just that. Due to our connection through her, we do sometimes talk on social media. Not often, but he is on my friend list. 3 nights ago, he made a pass at me, sending some rather flirty messages and commenting about a picture I'd put up a few hours earlier of myself at the beach with a friend. I was naturally disgusted with this and asked him what the fuck he was doing and told him I was his wife's best friend. Then asked if he was drunk. He quickly tried to backtrack and cover his hours, but it was very clear he'd been making a pass from what he'd written. He then begged me not to tell her, at which point I ignored him. I then screenshot all the messages, saving them, and the next day, first thing in the morning, I called up my friend and asked her to come see me, where I laid it all out for her. I had wanted to tell her in person as it would be easier to soften the blow rather than immediately sending all screenshots to her with no easing into it. I expected her to be upset, but I was surprised when she got upset with me. She told me I must have led him on in some way to make him think that kind of message was okay, that he'd never do something like this without being tempted first. I told her I'd never do it to anyone, last of all my best friend, and pointed out how clearly disgusted I was by what he'd written. I then told her I was worried because if he'd do this to her best friend, what was he doing with a woman who didn't know her? She left angry with me and hasn't spoken to me since we met up that day. I've sent her a few messages since then but haven't gotten a reply. I hope it's just misplaced anger and she needs time to come to terms with this. I don't know what else I was supposed to do. Surely sitting on this and not telling her would have been worse? Am I the a for calling my fiancé a jerk? My 28 female, fiancé 38 male, proposed to me last week. We've been dating for 2 years. He has a 15-year-old daughter from a previous marriage. Her mom passed away 5 years ago and I have a 6-year-old son. When my fiancé and I started to date, I noticed that his daughter had the master bedroom. I found it weird because I've never seen a child taking over the master bedroom before. But he brushed it off, saying that the house was hers, so it was normal. She slept there, with no further explanation. I thought he meant as in inheritance from when he passed away, which still was weird because he was alive, but either way, I didn't say anything because we were only beginning and I knew it wasn't my business. Now that we're engaged, I said that I wanted to move here to live together for a while before we decided the wedding date. He said that we could do it or we could get our own house now because we will have to do it regardless. I asked what was wrong with this one and he said nothing but that it was her daughter's. To be honest, now I did get a little mad. I said it wasn't fair. He called it his daughters when we were about to get married and he was supposed to adopt my son. So now the house should be theirs and not only hers. I also said I wanted his daughter out of the master because it was ours. He got a little nervous and said that the house really belonged to his late wife, and when she passed, the house became his daughter's. He has enough money for maybe 60% of a house, but that we will have to pay off the rest together. I was shocked and said that he could ask her daughter for the house because she's only 15. And he is her dad, but he said no, that it was her daughter's. I get angry and called him a jerk because he should have told me the truth before, and he said that it's not like we will be homeless or anything. We still have like 3 years and maybe four after that because his daughter will leave for college. He said he has always known he has to move out and that's why he saved. I asked what else belonged to his daughter that I didn't know of. And he said that his car, a 2020 Kia, the car that I always use, will be hers when she leaves for college. I called him a jerk again and left with my son to my parents' house. When I told my family, my brother laughed because I talked and acted like a gold digger and called me an a-hole. I felt betrayed and lied. Am I really the a-hole? I think I'm justified. Edited to add, he saw the post and asked me for his ring back. I guess this isn't a problem anymore. Edited to add, no need to keep commenting. He'll come tomorrow to get his ring and his car. Things are over. Oh my god, that escalated quickly.